Hi, I'm Rabbi Shah Rosenblatt. Welcome to Tikkun's Weekly Dava. This week's portion is Vayishlach. It's about 6th or 7th in the book of Genesis. It tells the story of Jacob's meeting with Esau. It's a dramatic meeting when he comes back from Haran, his father-in-law Laban, and Esau comes to attack him, and in the end, they make up and they're friends. On the way, though, Jacob is renamed. He's given another name. Israel, Yisrael. The word Yisrael in Hebrew means the one who does battle with God. It's interesting. Interesting name. The one who does battle with God. And I just want to contrast it with Islam. The word Islam, as far as I know, in Arabic, means submission. It's an interesting contrast. On the one hand, you have submission to God. On the other hand, you have doing battle with God. Big difference between Judaism and Islam. Judaism, you see, doesn't want us to be robots. It's not. Life is not about surrendering one's free will, surrendering one's opinions to an omnipotent God. Judaism is about being independent. It's about struggling. It's about choosing to battle for truth, to find truth and to stand up for it when you see it that way. And when it's hard to accept, when truth is challenging, when something doesn't make sense, you're ready to fight and even fight with God if something doesn't make sense to you. We see very clearly with our kind of role models in the Torah. Abraham, when at the time of Sodom, when God was going to destroy Sodom, he fought with God, didn't let him do it. You see the same with Moses, when God wanted to destroy the Jewish people. Again, Moses said no. And this wasn't just a little polite discussion. They were serious. This was a serious argument, a debate. God says, Abraham says, how can the judge of the world not do justice? This is ridiculous, God. Moses says, what, the Egyptians are going to say? You brought the Jews out of Egypt to destroy them? There's a little bit of chutzpah in there. There's a little bit of feistiness in there. The bottom line is that being Jewish means standing up for what you believe in, looking for truth, and when you've found it, sticking with it, standing by it. And if you're ready to stand by that truth, even if it means disagreeing with God if you think He's wrong. It means standing up for truth even when no one's standing up with you, even when you're on your own, even when God's not standing there with you. You've got to see what's real and you've got to stick with it, and it takes a lot of courage. It's much easier to find a religion of God telling you what to do and you doing it. It's a much simpler way of living your life. But as I've said before, if a simple, easy solutions to life is what you're looking for, then don't look for Judaism. Judaism, you come to the wrong place. Judaism is the path of greatest resistance. If you want to be a zombie, you're going to have to look elsewhere. The path to spiritual enlightenment, we Jews believe, is not a path of putting your thinking aside, of not having your own opinion, not having your own independence. Quite the opposite. The path to spiritual enlightenment starts and ends with knowing what you know, standing up for it, and battling for it where necessary. It's the path of greatest resistance, but it is also the path of greatest and most meaningful accomplishment. Wish you Shabbat Shalom. If you're interested in finding more about Tikkun, please look on our website, tikkun.co.uk. Thank you.